Good evening and welcome to another episode of your daily show, Achievement. I'm your host, Fatma Al-Hadri, and this evening I'm joined by my colleague, Abdul Latif Al-Anizi. Good evening, Abdul Latif.
Good evening, Fatma, and as my co-host said, we are your hosts and we will take you through this episode, so stay tuned after this report.
A successful identity is built on things a person has done. Your most important accomplishments are a very important way for you to measure your success. Colleagues, competitors, and the general public can look at a person's achievements to figure out how successful they are. Most of the time, putting in a lot of work pays off. Most people think a successful life is one of a lot of things to be proud of. When you finish a task, you win over problems or other people. Achieve means to work together to reach a hard and challenging goal. Everyone should be ready to help out and work together if they need to. There are many ways to reach your goal, but in the end, it's up to you to decide how it will pay out in your life. In their careers, some people want to get rich and will be well known. Some people think that even small victories are reasons to have a party. We're all different, so we all have our own thoughts on everything. In the end, though, everyone wants to be happy, and everything you do in life will help you to get closer to that ultimate goal.
Welcome back, our viewers. Tonight we're having with us three of the most successful individuals in Kuwait. They are known as figure skaters. Their achievement is not just in Kuwait, but all around the world. Although their age is still young, yet they achieved a lot for themselves and for their country. We are having a lot of medals and trophies with these young stars. Please welcome with us the Kuwaiti champions, the gold medalist, Dana, Kenzie, and Nora. Welcome, girls, to our show, and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, it's our pleasure. We'd like to know more about your early steps. Can you tell us more about it, Kenzie?
It takes a lot of practice, and you have to have a good relationship with the sport so that you can continue and get to where you want to be.
Of course, I think that's very important to actually have this kind of connection with the sport. So what about you, Dana? I'm really interested to know, because all of you girls are figure skaters, so can you tell us more?
Professional figure skaters.
Of course, we can tell from the medals, they're amazing.
It's really many
and we're
medals.
very proud of you, of course. So Dana, can you tell us about your early steps into this passion?
So I started figure skating when my aunt introduced me to it. As soon as I started skating, I knew I wanted to continue, and I knew it was my passion, so I continued doing it.
So was your aunt a figure skater as well? How did she know about it?
No, she just said, if you want a sport, I can just introduce you to figure skating. She just knew it.
That's very interesting. It's a very nice coincidence. So Nora, what got you into figure skating?
When I started, I didn't really like the sport, but then I got to know it more, and I loved it, so I continued, and here I am now.
What didn't you like about the sport in the beginning? Was it very hard, especially with the stability?
It was hard and scary, so I didn't like to go.
It was scary, yeah.
Yeah, and then when I kept going, I just got used to it and liked it.
I think that's
really
very
good.
important, Abdul Latif, because sometimes, especially during a new sport or new activities, it can be so hard. So to actually have the step conflict, and you just go through it and try it again, and then it actually suits and everything works out for you. So, and it did. Look at the medals, look at all these achievements.
And they have only a few years of experience. I mean, I started after 10 years of experience, I almost achieved something with ice skating, but I started in different field, which is ice hockey. But it's almost something good, but mashallah, clearly you have more love in skating, which is really good. So all of you started in 2017, right?
Yeah.
All of you?
I started 2018.
2018. Oh, that's good, mashallah. And of course, you know each other from actually the same place you started playing, right?
Yes.
Which is really good. So tell us about your home background and how did you start? Who made you to start ice skating, and who pushed you?
I had, at my school, they gave us an after-school activity of ice skating, and after school, every Thursday, we would go ice skating. And before that, I always wanted to be a figure skater. I thought it was an amazing sport. And
I loved it when I went, and I wanted to challenge myself with something, so I continued.
It's really challenging and beautiful sport. So what about you, Dana?
As I told you, with my aunt, she introduced me to it, and someone who kept like pushing me to like continue with it, because at first I didn't want to continue. My parents told me, it's something new, why don't you try it? So I just continued doing it.
Was there any person of the family that plays ice figure skating on your family?
No one.
No one. So you are the first person.
Yeah.
Also you, Kenzie, right? So what about you, Nora?
When my mom and dad took me to summer camp, like as I said, I didn't really like it, but my dad pushed me through it, and then my mom and dad helped me like go through everything, and now I have a lot of medals, and I really love skating.
All the thanks for them, because the home ground really affects a lot in how did you start your field. I mean, when I started at first, it was actually something different, way different from the other family members. But yet I achieved something, and you did, but what you achieved is really a lot. And also we have someone who tried ice figure skating from before, right, Fatma?
Yes.
You tried it.
I used to be a figure skater, but it was a long time ago.
She was a professional, our viewers.
Yes.
She was good, really.
I was really. So I think I actually stopped because it was really hard, because sometimes as figure skaters, you're dedicated, like all your time or your energy. There's no social life. You just work out all the time.
Doesn't have to be like this.
But if you want to be professional, you do. There's a lot of sacrifices you have to make. Yeah. So I think that kind of thing like made me like I want to have a normal life. I want to socialize. I want to go to my friends and the birthday parties. So I think sometimes you have to give up a lot.
It's better to train, I think.
But I do regret it. I do regret it because I sometimes wonder like, what if I continued? Where would I be?
You would have a lot of medals of them. More than them, yeah, definitely. Combined.
But I think they have a very bright future. They're very young and they have achieved a lot, which is amazing. And they just started. So imagine them in a few years from now.
After 5 years, yeah, you would have way more.
We're probably going to take photographs with them now, and maybe when they're famous, we can sell them.
Yeah, yeah, we can sell your medals also.
Not the medals. I think they're going to keep the medals.
No, so I mean, you started almost 5 years because we don't want to count to 2020 and 2021 because there was the COVID, right? But you started you have experience of 5 years and yet 6 years. But yet you achieved a lot, which is really good. I mean, looking at your medals, I think that after 5 years you will have double of the numbers of medals, right?
Yeah,
of course. And I think one of the reasons is like most of you, when you started in the beginning, you had like this kind of conflict, like you didn't want to continue. So what really made you want to continue in this kind of line of work, especially when it comes to figure skating? What was the moment for you?
I think for me it was the feeling of achievement after I did a maneuver that I had difficulty with, and like my coach and my mom kept pushing me to try my hardest, which helped.
So you found like this kind of satisfaction of achieving like these new moves, new jumps.
Yeah.
So because I think every time like you try this new jump at the beginning, you keep on falling until you get it right. And the same thing with spinning also.
Yeah.
What about you, Dana?
But actually, when you achieve the move, it pushes you further to keep playing.
Yeah.
For me, I wanted to continue because like it feels like a part of my life. Like it's a routine. For example, like for school, every day you go to school, and it's like skating for me. Like every day I want to go skating. It's just part of my life.
It makes you happier just to go to the skating rink. Yeah, I think that's very important to have this kind of routine, as you mentioned. Like this is your thing, you know, this is what you do, this is what makes you special, or this is how you see yourself.
This actually motivate them during the 5 days of school, to motivate you a lot to go to start the weekend at Thursday or Friday, so you can go and start playing. This is actually what motivated me when I was doing school.
I think that's
really
interesting because I think, Kenzie, you mentioned how many days do you work out?
I do off ice before my lesson every day.
So before your lesson, you work out?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the off-rink workout.
Yeah.
So this is an important point. All of skaters, they usually work out before they actually go to the rink. They warm up, they run, they do their stretching. And of course, going back to the question, Dana answered it, and Noura, you didn't tell us why did you choose to walk in this line?
I really liked the sport, and my dad helped me go through it. And when I met a lot of friends, and they said like they really liked it like me, I really enjoyed being their friends and stayed in ice skating, and now I really enjoy it.
So, do you like the off-rink workout? I think sometimes, you know, for skaters, they usually struggle with the off-rink workout because it can be heavier, because on ice, it's so much smoother, so much easier. So, do you prefer working out before the rink? Or is it hard for you sometimes?
Sometimes it is, because after school I always go to the rink, so I'm always tired. Then it brings my energy up. But I like skating on ice more. It feels smoother.
Of course. What about you?
Smoother and better, yeah. So
Dana?
I like doing exercise before skating because I like to keep my body warm before going on the ice, and it's great practice before going on the ice.
That's true, because sometimes we used to do this. We used to put weights on our arms and legs, so it helps us to even jump higher when we're on the rink.
yeah.
Because
when you remove it, yeah.
Yeah, because if you're off the rink and you're working out with the weights, when you're jumping, it can be a lot harder. But when you go back in the rink, you feel a little lighter. So that really helped us a lot with the jumps, learning new techniques. You feel like you feel
It's
you're
important.
half of your weight.
Yeah. Actually, even when I tried to play some speed, they made us wear a parachute. You know, like for the cars, when you're driving so fast, their parachute pop up and try to stop you.
Yeah, of course,
the air.
with the air,
Yeah.
it really reduces the speed.
Yeah, I actually wear it when I play ice skating, and it's really heavy because of the size of the parachute. So what about you, Noura?
My jumps and spins off ice are better than on ice, but it's okay. I like off ice more than on ice. I would prefer staying off ice and doing off ice with my friends than on ice, but I also like on ice. Yeah.
Why is that? Is it because of the falls? Sometimes on the ice it can be really hard.
Yeah, it can be really hard, and it's easier to jump on floor for me.
Of course, you're wearing your shoes.
More
You're not
safe.
wearing your
It's
ice
way
skating ring.
Yeah, and it's more safe than
Yeah.
when you maybe fall down on the ice. So tell us, girls, about your first ice skating competition.
My first competition was in Abu Dhabi in 2020. I was with them. That was my first competition and my first time connecting with the team, and it was really fun.
What year exactly?
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
So what about you, Dan?
My first competition was in 2019. It was a new experience, and I was with her. So I met new people, and it was fun.
And you, Noura?
2019 was my first competition with Dana, and most of them, 5 of them, are from there.
Okay, the first medals, which is these medals, actually for you, from you, Noura, right?
These.
These the closest to you. Yeah. And you got these medals from that first competition, right?
Yeah, most of them.
So, how the feeling that you have to travel to another country to compete and to go for a new competition?
Especially different countries, there was a lot of different competitors from different countries.
Different moves.
Yes, of course. And sometimes even the rink, when you go in competition, the rink is usually different when it comes to figure skating, especially when it comes to the ice. Sometimes in Kuwait it's different than Dubai, it's different than
Abu Dhabi.
Asia and Thailand. So did you find it different there when it comes to the rink?
Yeah, I think the ice is always different. Our ice in the rink is usually sometimes it's really smooth, but other times it can be bumpy. But at the rink that we were competing at was always super smooth, and it was very
it was
easy.
different.
Yeah.
You felt like you didn't have any obstacles, and even when it comes to skating, I think that's very important. What you mentioned when it came to the ice rink, it was actually very smooth, and
it's better actually.
Yes,
but
because I think they use sometimes different formulas for the ice.
Some of it actually pure water, some of it, but it needs a lot of conditioning, so the ice will be way colder than the other ice rinks, like the one that we have here in Bayan for the Kuwait national team. It's really cold and it's almost pure water. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, so if you go there, it's really cold. It's almost 5 degrees in there. So what about you, Dana?
The ice, of course, it feels different, but like when I go there, I feel like accomplished because our rink is like not smooth. So when I go there, it feels different. I feel like, and
even for different countries, too, Julie, the ice is different. But
Yeah.
I think one of the most important question that Abdulatif was asking when it comes to the competitors, I think that's a very interesting question.
It is, yeah.
Like when you go there and meet other people, especially when it comes to competitors.
When they have new moves.
Do you
and
get nervous?
It's new to you.
I think this is like some of the things, like when you watch them practice, especially.
Do you get nervous around them?
Yeah, they're all different people, and like in our rink, we always know the people. So going to new rinks in different countries, it's like
It can
So
be a
many
little bit
things.
stressful,
So
of
you,
course.
Dana?
yeah, I feel like nervous sometimes because like they're new people, a new place. It's like not like the usual routine. It's different.
Of course, but I think this is good sometimes
Yeah.
because you meet your other teammates, your other opponents, and sometimes you make long-term friendship with them, even if they're in different countries. I think it's very important to exchange sometimes even culture and meet new
Experience.
people, especially about the moves that you mentioned. I think this is a really good thing.
Send you nice videos how to do these moves that they did.
Especially
I
when
tried
you're
it.
struggling with some moves, they can like give you tips. But I don't think before the competition they would, but probably after.
Yeah, so what about you, Nora?
Yeah, when I see my competitors, I do get nervous. Like, what if they're better and things like that. But Coach Aini always tells me that, like, you're very good and, like, things like that. And, yeah, maybe they're really kind to us. They, like, don't do anything, and we're kind to them.
I think that's very important to have this kind of friendly, competitive vibe. So when it comes to your favorite championship, which one would you say is your favorite?
Oh, I loved all of them, but I think my favorite was Skate Bangkok because it was probably the most challenging because we were only 4 skaters in Asia, and there were so many skaters that were really good, and they
You
were
were only 4?
yeah
4 from Kuwait.
4 from our ice rink.
So it was a little bit difficult for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was just fun to be with them.
Of course, I think it's just fun to be a part of this kind of atmosphere, especially
Yeah.
with a lot of different countries from all around the world, and especially with different techniques when it comes to the competitions. They have different outfits, different music, and it can be very nice just to watch the competition.
Yeah.
What about you, Dana?
My favorite championship is probably the first one, 2019 Skate Emirates. It has a special place in my heart, and it's a new experience, and like I will always like remember it and love it.
Of course, your first competitions, your first
Yeah,
tries, it's actually one of the most memorable
yeah.
that you will memorize it for you forever. And so, can you tell us, Nora, which is the most
Skate
championship?
Emirates 2023 this year.
Ah, this year.
Yeah, because all of my close friends went with me. We were like 16 people, and all my like good friends, best friends, all of them were with me.
So they are also figure skaters?
Yeah.
I think that's very nice to actually have the entire team with you,
Yeah.
especially for morale and even afterwards, like when you finish the competition, when you finish with your single, especially when they throw the little teddy bears and flowers. I think this is like the most exciting moment when you finish.
It's really good. So, girls, I want to know something really important for us, for all of us, even the country. There are some future. We actually looked in the future that you have some potentials, really good and impressive potentials. Can you tell us about the Olympics? I mean, do you have plans to join the Olympics, to go there, to rise our country's name, even to participate? You don't need to win. The participation is actually a win. Do you have plans for that?
For now, I just want to practice and get to my goal first before I go like any further. But I would like to join big competitions like.
After you be a most professional, like you reach the level of
Yeah.
that you want. Can you tell us how far is that from you? Is it far away or close?
Yeah, pretty far.
Pretty far? No, why? I mean, we
Time
saw.
goes by very fast.
Yeah.
Trust me, you'll be there in like a few years top, but it's gonna feel like less than that.
When you be like Fatma, when you commit, wake up at 4 a.m. to go to train,
Well, it
promise
wasn't
in a matter of
optional.
week.
It wasn't optional.
Yeah.
Like it was, you have to wake up at 4. Like you didn't have a choice.
Sometimes skip school to train. Believe me, in a matter of a week, you will be professional.
But you should stick with school.
Yeah, you should.
Don't do that.
So what about you, Dana? Tell us about your plans for the Olympics.
For me, I would like to go to the Olympics, but for now, I would like to complete my goal. And like my goal isn't to be like Olympics, but to be better. And if I become better, like I would go to the Olympics just to participate, like you said, not to win or anything like that. I feel like participation is an achievement also.
It's an achievement, and it's actually a huge experience that you need, because after that, you will try to reach the full 3 places.
I think even it's just for the experience, as she mentioned, is very important, because if you keep on practicing and joining in competitions, you know, you just don't forget like this kind of feeling of satisfaction, especially after you finish.
Exactly.
And you did all your best and you memorize all of your routine. I know sometimes even during the routine, it can be hard, because sometimes you forget, like, is this where I'm supposed to jump? Is this now where I'm supposed to spin, you know? Sometimes because you're nervous about the crowd and everyone around you, but you really need to focus on just yourself, your performance, or what you did so far, and be proud of that. So it doesn't matter if you're getting first, second, third, but just going there and participating is just enough.
So what about you, Nora?
For now, I just want to join little like not big competitions like the Olympics and things. I just want to join normal competitions like always. And then maybe one day I might join the Olympics.
So we will see more commitment. And you have actually one advantage. I mean, there is Fatma. She already tried the feeling of competing for the ice figure skaters. So she knows how does it feel when there's a crowd, and about the feeling when they throw flowers.
Yeah, they throw teddy bears. This is what, like, I was a kid, so
Oh,
I was
that's good.
enjoying
I will steal
that.
both.
Like, there's even the flower girls. They collect your flowers and everything.
Yeah.
So it's just amazing.
It is.
So I think even throughout this journey, you had a lot of ups and downs, and you had a lot of difficulties to overcome. So can you share some of these moments?
I think something that was really difficult for probably everyone that does a sport was COVID, because we had to take like a really big break from being on the ice and we couldn't practice. It was hard.
I think, yeah, that's very hard for a lot of athletes, especially when you've just started to actually take this long break after making this huge progress.
Yeah, just a break, they need it.
Yeah, but it can be very hard even like to go back to the rink, like after stopping figure skating for almost 2
actually,
years.
I think they'll be more excited.
Of course, yeah, but
Yeah,
you know, when
they
you go
missed
back
it.
in the rink, like you lost some
Yeah.
moves. But
There's
yeah,
the
but
feeling.
it is very easy to catch up after
Yeah.
learning.
When I went back, I wasn't as committed as I was before, but then I got more into it after a while.
Of course, it takes some time, because you know, when you break that routine, it can be very hard to go back into it. What about you, Dana?
For me, the difficulties I faced in like 5 years is breaking my arm twice.
Twice?
Twice in the same
Okay.
hand, same place. When I broke my arm, I was like, I wanted to give up, but I didn't, because some people told me like, don't give up, like, it's your dream to like figure skate. But I didn't feel like I wanted to continue. But after like some persuading and people telling me to like continue, I wanted to continue. So after like breaking my arm first time, I continued, and then the second time,
You get a little bit hesitant about
yeah,
going back
I
into
was
the rink.
I was hesitating. But alhamdulillah, there were some people telling me to continue, and
They pushed you back into
they
the
pushed
rink.
me back to it. Yeah.
Yes, I think it can be a lot scary for figure skaters, especially when they fall.
When they have
Like
an
it
injury.
can be very terrifying to actually go back into the rink and try the jump again or the spin again. It can be very terrifying.
They actually
I
need
had that experience
You
once.
had
Like but I didn't break my arm. I actually fell, because I don't know what happened exactly, but I got so terrified and I didn't want to go back in. But my family kept on pushing. My father, he was encouraging me, and he was with me all the way
That's
until
cute.
I got it. But I think, yeah, you had like a lot of motivation, especially like having that kind of support to push you right back into the ring, especially after that kind of fall, like twice. But you did it, and look at your medals. Look at where you are now. We are having here in achievements
thank
for
God
your
you didn't
achievements.
stop. Yeah, you just went to the UAE. You got some medals for us, raised our country's name, and thank you again for that. So what about you, Noura?
It was definitely COVID. I could not do my 1 foot spin as like after, and so I had to redo freestyle too. It was very hard.
Of course, so we still have a lot more questions for you girls, but dear viewers, we will take a short break and watch this report.
Kenzie Al-Adli. Kenzie Al-Adli is a 13-year-old figure skater. She currently plays at freestyle level 3. Kenzie has been able to achieve several wins during the competitions she has joined. In 2020, she was able to achieve 3 gold medals and 2 silver medals. Moreover, during the Egyptian Key of Life Championship in 2021, a virtual competition, Kenzie was able to win the silver medal. During the same year in Bucharest at the virtual competition, she also won a silver medal. In 2022, during the Skate Bangkok competition, Kenzie was able to achieve 1 gold medal, 1 silver medal, and 3 bronze medals. This year, Kenzie won the 6th place during the Skate Emirates competition. Noura Maher. Noura Maher is an 11-year-old figure skater. She currently plays as freestyle level 5. Noura has been able to achieve many wins during competitions that she has joined. In 2019, during the Skate Abu Dhabi competition, Noura was able to win 4 gold medals and 1 bronze medal. Moreover, in 2020, Noura won 3 gold medals and 2 bronze medals in the Skate Abu Dhabi competition. This year, Noura has won 1 bronze medal during the Skate Emirates competition. Dana Al-Anazi. Dana Al-Anazi is a 14-year-old figure skater. She is currently practicing figure skating as level freestyle 5. She has been able to achieve many medals throughout her experience in figure skating. In 2019, in Abu Dhabi, Dana has won several medals in the figure skating tournaments. Moreover, she has also achieved 4 gold medals and 1 silver medal. In the year 2020, Dana was able to achieve many medals. During this tournament, she has won 2 gold medals, 2 silver medals, and 1 bronze medal. In addition, in 2022, during the virtual competition in Bucharest, Dana won 1 bronze medal. This year, Dana achieved the 4th place during the Skate Emirates Championship.
Welcome back, our viewers, as we continue our interview with our beautiful girls. So tell us about your favorite time to do what you love, Kenzie.
I usually, for skating, I like going in the morning before everyone else is there because I have the rink to myself and I can focus better in what I'm doing and try and get better.
At the morning when you first start your day?
Yeah.
Oh, it's really beautiful.
I think that's a very nice time to work out, especially when your energy is very high. You just woke up, you have a lot of energy. And Dana, earlier we were talking about the support that you got from your family. So can you tell us more about the family and also the friend support?
My friends and family supported me throughout this entire journey. I'm deeply grateful, and when I was about to quit, they told me, no, you can't quit, you worked too hard for this, and it's your dream to become a figure skater, so don't quit. And I'm grateful for them.
Of course, I think that's very important to have, especially in these kind of sports. And Noura, you also mentioned that sometimes you get scared when it comes to this kind of sports. So what really scares you in this sport?
Just sometimes I'm just scared to jump. What if I fall? Anything can happen. But like sometimes I'm just like, it's okay. If I fall, I just get up and do it again.
Get up again and do it again. That's perfect.
Of course, I think that's the spirit, like especially with this kind of sports, you know, when you fall, just get back up, do it again, and you will succeed if you keep on trying.
So tell us, Kenzie, how do you manage your time between school and training for ice skating?
Usually my lessons are during the week, so after school every day I go to the rink and I practice there, and then I go home and do my homework and study.
I think that's very important, like time management.
Yeah.
Especially for athletes and anyone really with a hobby or any kind of sports, to actually manage their time with school, you know, family.
It's really important.
Yes,
it's actually one of the most important things, and it's hard, but when you get used to it, it's good, and you will have free time for training and you have free time for studying.
And I noticed like there's, especially in Kuwait, there's not a lot of figure skaters. So why do you think that is, Dana?
I think there aren't many figure skaters because like it isn't a well-known sport, and like there isn't snow in Kuwait, and like most people go to like football, basketball and stuff, sports like that. They don't go for like hockey and figure skating because it's on ice, and it's like
we don't have the much of culture on that on ice.
Yeah.
So can you tell us, Noura, you have too many gold medals, right? Yeah. Can you tell us which of these medals are the closest to your heart and why?
My first medal I got in 2019 because it was my first competition and first medal I ever got. So that's like my closest medal to me. I really like all of them, but like that's my favorite medal.
I think really sometimes you have like this kind of special connection with the medal, especially with the experience of the championship, especially of that feeling that you had with your performance, especially I think sometimes
when
even
there's something difficult.
Yeah, even sometimes like when the entire team is there, the coach is there, when you make
the family.
Of course, and when you make new friends from different countries. And I think sometimes for your goals, you usually always have a different goal. Like I think Kenzie and Dana and Noura, they have all different goals, but when it comes to figure skating, they share the ultimate goal, which is becoming the professional figure skater.
The most professional.
So what do you think is your next goal, Kenzie?
For me, I want to get to freestyle 5 or like compete for freestyle 4 by December. Which it's gonna take time and effort, but I think I can do it if I try.
Of course, I think you will achieve that.
And thank you, girls, for being here with us. It was really lovely interview. Inshallah, the next time we meet you here, it will be after you go to the Olympics and win all of the gold medals.
Thank you so much for being here. We really had so much fun. We learned so much about you. Thank you for being here on our show Achievements. Dear viewers, we have reached the end of our time for this evening. And Abdul Latif, it's always a pleasure to co-host with you.
Of course, and thank you, Fatma. And with that, our viewers, we reached our time. Hope you enjoyed this episode. See you tomorrow, and goodbye.
Goodbye.